Unlike Mrs. Matthews' homeroom, these boys all had halos. We love you guys. Arthur, I appreciate all that you've done. We've conversed back and forth long distance. Love you dearly and appreciate your kindness.
Thank you. I'm just here for the hug.
Thank you. Thank you, Arthur. Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you. My next team member was Mr. Mike Kraft. I don't know if he's still in here or not. Michael?
He's around.
Come here, buddy.
There he is.
No. Red wants to make sure we made everyone aware that he did perform the Elvis Act in Las Vegas.
Wow. You're his manager. What was his manager's name?
Colonel Tom Kraft.
Yeah, that does work. Anyway, Michael's always been a big cut-up, and he was a great kid in school, I believe, but I'm wondering. Mrs. Wise always spoke highly of Arthur and Mike. Mike, I appreciate it. From the professional side, you've helped us get through the night with some love and grace. Appreciate you, buddy, for being on my team.
Oh, thank you very much. He was good. All good.
Sally Taylor Goffman. Sally is another one that I started out in first grade with. My mother started in first grade with her mother. And we've been friends for years. I have a picture of Sally and myself and Randy Yancey, and we all had braids and no front teeth, and we were on our way to first grade. Love you, sister. Thanks for the help.
I love you too. Thank you so much.
Mr. Pat Hannafin, I think Pat had to leave early, but Pat's been a tremendous asset to me. I'll do hers last. David Lane.
Yes.
David Lane. Dave, are you still in here? There he comes.
Yes.
David is one of my favorite team helpers. He helps me gather up all these wandering sheep we have all over the country. And I get lots of emails, texts, phone calls, and all of these good things from Dave. And Bonnie, I found another one.
Class historian.
Yeah, our class historian. We love you dearly. Couldn't have done it without you, buddy, and I appreciate you greatly.
Well, I appreciate it.
God bless. Thank you, honey.
I love you.
I know you do.
There you go. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Richard T.C. Lawrence. Here he comes again, shaking his head. Bless his heart. Richard is a young man that I always admired in school. He was always kind and very kind to me in school. And through this, he's been kind. I would call him and I'd say, hey, Rich, and we'd discuss a few things. And in the end, he'd always say, Bonnie, don't worry about it. God's grace is going to see you through. Love you, friend, for the courage.
Sure thing.
God bless.
Thank you.
This next fella, I've known since I was 4 years old. Went to church with him, went to church camp. Now let me tell you something, Debbie, you don't know this.
Uh-oh.
I had lots of friends at church camp. There would be about 350 of us kids, mostly girls. And David, when he really, really wanted to be nice to me, it was at church camp. And he'd say, Bonnie, she's cute, introduce me to her. She's cute, introduce me to her. But Dave's sister, Connie, introduced my husband and I, and they're very special to us. David, where is you? Where did he go? Did he leave? Well, I'll catch him tomorrow. John Richmond. John's been a great asset. He's helped me a lot with the veterans end of this and had a lot of good ideas. I've known John since grade school. My mother also knew his mother in school. And I appreciate you, John. You were an asset to me.
Right.
God bless.
Thank you.
God bless him. Henrietta Hank Lowry. Henrietta is also one I started in first grade with at Riverview School. I would call Henrietta and I'd say, Hank, and she'd say, yeah, Bonnie, how is it, girl? All right, and she always lifted me up and made me feel good. And she was a great support. She too, like David, helped me round up the lost sheep. Hank, I've loved you always, and I appreciate you dearly.
Thank you, dear.
God bless.
Thank you for all you do. I so appreciate you.
Curtis Shoemate. Miss Pam, you can come with him. We were up here working yesterday like a bunch of little beavers, and of course they was wondering what was wrong with this crazy one, and they kind of followed me around, all of them. But in the end, everybody pitched in, and these two folks walked in the door, took off their coats and said, "What can I do?" What more can you ask for, folks, as teammates than this? I love you and appreciate all you've helped me do. God bless both of you.
Thank you so much.
And last but not least is this lady that means the world to me. You know, you don't have to be close buds in high school, but if you care about one another just a little bit, as you go into adulthood, it lasts forever. And that's the one thing that I value about the fact that I grew up in Hinton, West Virginia. You know, it's the greatest place on earth, and when we came back here from Ohio to live and brought our children, and then my grandkids were born here, I just said, thank you, Lord, for that. This young lady standing beside me has been my right arm, my left arm. She's listened to me cry. She's watched me cry. She's prayed with me. She's walked with me. And she's helped me. And I love her dearly. Jan, thanks so much. Yeah.
Well, all right. All right. As much fun as we've had, it's only begun. We're going to close this part of our reunion out, and we need 24 Karat band here to start. We're going to start. They're going to play a few minutes, and then we are going to bring on the mighty TAMS from Atlanta. And I want you to know that the young man that you'll see here tonight is named Little Red. His father, Joe Pope, actually started this group along with his brother Charles Pope. And this band has been going, you guys know what, 1950 maybe? 50s? 50s. 50s. And they're still hot.
From Atlanta, Georgia, Little Red and the mighty, mighty TAMS.
y'all clap your hands for me. Come on. Come on, West Virginia. I ain't gonna be here that long. Clap your hands. Show me love like you used to do for my daddy. Back in the good old days. I'm just keeping the music going, y'all. That's what my daddy told me too. He said, son, keep my music going. I'm shagging. Oh, now who do you think I am? 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 Yeah. Oh, now who do you think I am? Oh, now who do you think I am? Oh, now who? What kind of fool? I think I remember that one. Yeah. I think I was out here with my dad about that time. Let me see what I can do. I don't want to sign nowhere with my daddy. I leave him by himself. So, cause he's a legend. I'm just trying to keep it going. I thank you. Well, now who do you think I am? Well, now who do you think I am? I'm no fool. My daddy didn't raise no fool. Give my daddy a hand, y'all. Make some noise for my daddy, y'all. Woo! Let's go back to 1965. Y'all want to go back to 1965? It was before my time. But I heard about y'all. This is how my daddy used to say it. I've been hurt, yes I've been hurt. I've been hurt like I've never been hurt before. All your life, you lied to me. Leave me alone, 'cause I've been hurt. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. I was born in 1969. Yeah, I was. I'm in her. Yes, I'm in her. I'm in her like I've never been hurt before. On your life, you under me. Yeah, we got a 10-man up here, y'all. Get it, girl. We going back. All of y'all, we going back. Hey, we going back. I wanna go back. I wanna back. Let's go back to the good old days. Hey y'all, we need them back. Oh y'all, hold on. Y'all clap your hands for me. Clap your hands for me. If you want me to stay a little longer, if you don't clap, you're ready for me to go. Clap your hands. Hands in Virginia, West Virginia. Work with me, y'all. I had a long week. I've been hurt. Yes, I've been hurt. I've been hurt like I've never been hurt before. Listen, cause you lied. You lied to me. Now leave me alone. 'Cause I've been hurt. lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Keep it up, quench with my desire. I'll be at your side forevermore. You know your love, woo, lifted me higher, higher. You know your love. Disappointment was close and bread, but then you came and soon departed. Though you sleep. Some of y'all ready to go home? You better wake up. I ain't going nowhere for about an hour. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Wow! That's what I'm talking about. This time, have a little fun, y'all.